A very good afternoon and welcome to this edition of Lunchtime News. I'm Katharina Chang. Let's take a look at what's making headlines this afternoon. Election campaign activities to conclude at midnight today. 25 million rupees worth of fruits unsuitable for consumption seized. An ancient artifact damage in Hunvallah due to construction. And on international news, a nation's pledge to increase nuclear security. All election campaigning activities for the Western and Southern Provincial Council polls will end at midnight today. Deputy Election Commissioner M.M. Mohammed stated that all cutouts, posters, notices and rallies are to be concluded by midnight today.
All
election-related propaganda activities should come to a stop by midnight today. The distribution of posters, display of cutouts, promotions through media, visits to homes and holding election rallies and meetings should come to a stop. Special teams have been deployed with the assistance of the members of the Elections Commission and the police to investigate on those who violate laws relating to election rules. These teams will be engaged in patrolling the areas from tomorrow morning.
Now elections are just days away and the political field is heating up. Let's have a listen to some of the views expressed on the political stage.
Exercising your franchise is your right. At the instance of a price hike of consumer goods, people keep to themselves venting it out at home. When the electricity tariffs and the bus prices are increased, people grumble about it. The election polling station is where you can openly express your grievances. The government has put you all through pressure in the past and curtailed your rights, but now it is the time to show what you will feel. After the 29 polls, this power is vested with them for the next 5 years, but the people are only given this power just once. When choosing the preferred party to vote for in an election, one has to think about how the candidate fits the current era and if the candidate understands the external environment. When you take into consideration the past decade, from 2004 up until this year, what changes have taken place? There's only a handful of rich people in the country. 90% of people are those who have been going through life with the greatest difficulty because of the economy. And all of you belong in that 90%. Although they say we won the war, the price of food has tripled. I checked, but the UMP has not organized at least one political rally in this electorate. Not one. The party has fallen so low that they cannot even do this. The JVP is also like that. And although Fonseca said we cannot see anything being organized either, one must hand over the rule of a nation by determining how the leader of the party is. A single party could not so far achieve what the president has accomplished thus far.
Staying with local news, a media briefing was held by the University Grants Commission to express their views regarding the resolution that is due to be presented on Sri Lanka at the UNHRC in Geneva. Several points, including the necessity of holding an international investigation on the alleged human rights violation in Sri Lanka, were discussed. Several senior officials of the University Grants Commission and Vice-Chancellors of universities were present at the briefing. In the northern provinces, they are leading a normal life for the first time. So why do we need hindrances when there is development on such a large scale? We think it is very unfair. We have never seen the people who make these allegations. So we have extended invitations as professors to these people to come and work with us and witness a development in the north. We cannot accept that the LLRC is not functioning anymore. It is functioning. Everything needs time to function. The National Water Supply and Drainage Board says that a 12-hour water cut from 8 am to 8 pm will be experienced in the Habaradu area tomorrow due to an immediate maintenance work. Water supply to areas along the Halaloagoda Pirivena Junction to Eramudugaha Junction and by roads, Eramudugaha Junction to Habaradu Mihiripanna along the Gore Road, which comes under the purview of the Habaradu Pradesh Sabha and its by-roads, will see a disruption. The National Water Supply and Drainage Board would like to convey their apologies for the inconvenience caused to the public as a result. And on other local news, the Department of Railways says that it incurs a loss of 10 to 15% as a result of ticket fraud. Commercial Superintendent of Railways, Sisira Kumara, states that 3,855 passengers were fined last year and a total amount of ₹10,690,565 rupees were collected.
Last year we fined 3,855 passengers, from which a total amount of ₹10,690,565 rupees were collected. These raids have been taking place consistently for a year, and through this we have found that 5 to 10% travel without tickets. One of the main violations that take place are passengers who travel without the train tickets, passengers who travel in a train class for which they have not purchased tickets for. Other violations include the incorrect manner in which seasonals are used, as well as travelling with expired seasonal tickets. Therefore, the survey reveals that the government incurs a loss of 5 to 10% each year as a result.
An ancient artifact that holds significant value was damaged in the Dutch fort in Hanwala. Our correspondent in the area stated that this occurred as a result of the alternate road that is being constructed in the Hanwala town. The security fence that is also believed to belong to the Dutch era was damaged during the construction activities. Meanwhile, the National Transport Commission says that nearly 40 buses are plying between Jaffna and Colombo without the relevant route permits. Chairman of the board, Roshan Gunawardene, said that the police have been informed in this regard. The chairman noted that his institution does not possess the power to ensure that the required rules and regulations are being practiced. He added that an unfair situation has thereby arisen for bus drivers who abide by the rules. A stock of fruit unfit for human consumption valued at 25 million rupees was seized from a warehouse in Urutota. The raid was conducted early this morning after tip-off received by the Ministry of Cooperative and Internal Trade. There were grapes, oranges and apples in the stock of fruit, and the total weight exceeded 55,000 kilograms. The Ministry of Cooperative and Internal Trade stated that a case will be filed against the owner at the Magistrates Court in Gampaha. Well, that concludes this edition of Lunchtime News. It was a pleasure having you with us. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Katharina Chang. Have a pleasant day ahead.
Hotline 0114-896-896. www.newsfirst.lk. Feedback at